In our first story this afternoon, civil society organizations are accusing government of massaging data given them during their last meeting with the finance minister on the Agyapa Minerals royalties agreement, as they insist they will not back down on their demand for a suspension. Addressing a media briefing in Accra, the 22 CSOs said more questions have emerged after they met the finance minister, which convinces them the deal is not in the interest of the country.
Ghana cannot expect the market to give a favorable valuation of the IPO, which the minister himself states will be about 0.6 to 3.2 times the asset value. This indicates that Ghana is just gambling on the market for the determination of the value of an important revenue stream to the state. The interesting thing for citizens to appreciate is that through government's communication, it is evident that it is either not paying attention to the revenue flows in the sector or deliberately undervaluing the assets for unknown reasons. When a direct question was posed to the Deputy Minister of Finance on the amount of royalties received from gold in 2019, he said Ghana received about 650 million cedis, equivalent of $123 million. The truth is that Ghana received 1.06 billion cedis, equivalent to $200 million, from the big companies under the Chamber of Mines alone. Government has data on the other receipts, yes, yet it decided to underreport the numbers.
Well, so the CSO is not backing down. Joining me in studio is my colleague Joseph Opoku-Gakpo, who monitored that press briefing for us to shed more light on the issues that were raised. So, Joseph, what specific data are the CSO saying didn't add up?
So, Dr. Steve Mantia references data that has come through on how much government and government earns every year when it comes to gold royalties. So they make the point that looking at the annual return from gold royalties, government has been pegging the figure at $150 million, which according to the CSOs from their own checks, when it comes to royalties that are coming from the big mining firms that are registered with the Chamber of Mines alone, they are bringing in more than $200 million. And so that is not exactly the figure that government is actually putting out. And the correlation they're drawing is that in coming to a determination on how much Agyapa will be worth in terms of the 1 billion that government says it's actually floating the shares and valuing it, you can get that more accurately when you know how much is coming in every year. And not just that, they also complain that when they met the finance minister, they additionally did a presentation to them based on the entire Agyapa agreement and all the details government has. And then they requested for copies of the slides from government. When the slides were sent to them, there were specific portions that were redacted from the slides that came to them. And they are concerned because that would have given them more information to be able to do the necessary interrogation of the arrangement.
And so they also say they've got some outstanding questions they want clarity on. 5 of them, in fact, run us through. 5
of them. The first of all, they're asking how government actually valued Agyapa at the 1 billion figure, which is the point that they're making, that Ghana earns more from royalties, so then the 1 billion figure may not exactly be accurate. They're also asking what other investment options were considered by government before settling on the sale of up to 49% stake in Agyapa. They think that that is also something that, despite all the engagements, they've not received the adequate responses to. They're also asking why Ghana is patronizing a tax haven internationally when countries are encouraging people to stop saving in tax havens. They think the feedback that they've gotten on that thus far is not very much exciting, and they're asking why government is exempting Agyapa from taxes when it will be partly owned by investors. And they make a big deal as far as that point is concerned, because they make the point that the said people who own the 49% stake, it's not government, it's private people, and everyone is paying taxes. So how come would they also be benefiting from the non-payment of taxes? And additionally, they're saying that in the 2016 manifesto of the NPP, government assured that they will ensure that mining communities gain more from their mineral royalties. They've not seen that particularly with this Agyapa deal, and so they want answers on that as well.
Let's see if they'll get those answers. Thanks very much indeed, Joseph Opoku-Gakpo, with the update on the latest press conference held by the civil society organizations on the Agyapa Royalties deal.